Hello channel friends, welcome. I just wanted to give my quick thoughts on the 3i Atlas NASA live stream event that they had yesterday. So, okay, I never talked about it on this channel, and to be quite honest, I am interested in the topic, but I'm not really sure how to process it, especially as a Christian. Now, I made a couple of other videos that I haven't even posted yet, primarily, or at least in part, talking about how I think the issue with UAP, aliens, whatever you want to call them, it's not really so much as a otherworldly thing, so much as it is like something that's already been here. And I made a huge case for that, and we as Christians should talk about it as if it's, more in line with something that's paranormal, like, a ghost or whatever, but we know it's a more spiritual thing, and not something from another planet. However, with 3i Atlas, there's been 12 anomalies now. I mean, it's like every week there's a new one. It's crazy what's been going on with this, and I just don't know what to think about it really, and that's okay. I mean, that's why I have a channel like this, and we should talk about it. Be free to talk about it. Maybe it's just a rock. Maybe it's a very interesting rock, and that is worthy of discussion in and of itself, because the God's creation is so vast. There's so many things we don't know about it, especially the further out you go. I mean, it's crazy how, he chose to have life on this little tiny speck in the vastness of the universe. I mean, is it just to show his glory? Is that why? Is there other things out there that he created that could be considered life? I don't know. I mean, I don't personally think that. I don't think the Bible really leaves room for that, but I don't know. It's a good discussion to have, but I just wanted to talk about this particular thing. So I do have a lot of interest in this, actually, and I was kind of low-key hoping for some kind of great revelation to come out of this, but it's NASA, you guys. I don't trust them. There's a lot of reasons not to trust them, so I'm just having a screenshot here of a Facebook post I did yesterday about it to let people know, and of course nobody said anything. I've been posting about this too, like, I know I complain about this a lot, but nobody cares even about stuff like this. It's just crazy. I got my Facebook friends list. I don't know. I don't get it. Anyway, so my quick impressions of it. It's first I should say that the high-rise camera, I think they called it, by Mars was not meant to capture interstellar objects still millions of miles away, or however far distance it was. It's still pretty far away, all things considered. Wasn't meant to do that. So just that alone, I wasn't expecting much more data than what we already have. And but I was curious, like, okay, what's NASA going to say about this? In the lead up to it, because I think they posted 2 days beforehand that they were going to do this, and the whole shutdown, government shutdown, like the day before, this high-rise camera was able to take imagery of the comet, or whatever it is, this object. That's, I don't know, kind of suspicious. And then they still weren't able to release the data, and there's a whole lot of reasons I have heard, like, why that doesn't make any sense. Like, a lot of reasons, like they were still releasing data, current images, even taken during the shutdown from the high-rise camera of Mars, I believe, if I remember that correctly. And there's just other things too that didn't quite add up. But yeah, so when they announced this event, I'm like, why are they announcing an event for this? That's just kind of weird. Why not just release the data? So that kind of, I don't know. There's a lot of reasons to think that NASA isn't telling the truth. I mean, it's been well said that NASA stands for never a straight answer. Actually, if you go down here to Christina Gomez's channel, here, let me just click on this real quick. She did a video yesterday. She did a live stream too of the event, but before that, she did this thing right here. NASA panics over UFO captured in live feed. So she kind of talks about different things, not just one thing, but different reasons why they can't really be trusted. And then I can't remember why I posted this one right here. Maybe they go into kind of some of the things that NASA has done in the past as well. That's kind of questionable. But this Lainey and Ben, they posted a video yesterday as well, talking about some stuff that I thought was important enough. That's why I put it down there in the comments. Anyway, quick reactions. So it's kind of funny because I was actually watching from the Angry Astronauts feed, his YouTube live stream. He's a great guy to listen to on this subject. He Well, okay, I was listening to that, and he actually had a lot of great things to say leading up to the event. So if you watch that live stream before the event actually started, he said a lot of pretty important things. And keep your expectations in check, and for partly reasons why I had already said. But anyway, yeah, my impressions quick as I open up my Ghost energy drink I just picked up at the gas station. Raspberry cream, that's a new flavor. My first impression of it, yeah, I'd say it's pretty good. I like the sour ones more, but like the Sour Patch Kids. That's actually really good though. I like how the creaminess flavor part of it kind of hits at the end. You get the raspberry first and the cream. But we're not here to talk about my impression of the Ghost energy drink. We're here to talk about 3i Atlas. So yeah, it was a dud. It was what I was expecting, but it was funny though. Like how many times they said Comet. I mean, they said Comet leading up to the event, which told us everything we need to know. But how many times they said Comet leading up to the event? I mean, like during the first beginning part, like they wanted to drill it into your head that it's a comet, and they wanted to really press into that there's nothing special about this. I mean, they kind of did start to admit, yeah, there's some anomalies. I don't think they even used that word though, but they weren't focusing on that. And Avi Loeb, he did a follow-up. It was probably his first one after it. It was, I'll click on it right here. I said Avi Loeb isn't having it. Let's see, Fox 32 Chicago. He said some stuff that was really interesting. We didn't really learn much, honestly, than what we already knew. Now I kind of figured that we wouldn't really learn much. But the body language. Now, Christina Gomez, on her live stream, because the Angry Astronauts ended pretty shortly after the event. Actually, no, I think he stopped it before the entire thing was done, if I'm remembering that correctly, because nothing was going on. The questions afterwards, they gave their speeches, 4 people on the panel. You could tell something was off with that body language. There's kind of a nervousness to it. Lots of ums and ahs, especially from that one lady. But yeah, Christina Gomez pointed something she had a couple of big thoughts. Just her initial quick reaction. She'll probably post a video about it today, but something about that lady. Again, I don't remember the names or the positions that they held at NASA, but she pointed something very peculiar about her body language, especially in one key point. But the whole thing was just kind of awkward, in my opinion. They took softball questions, and I kind of thought this too. During the questions, they had these people from news agencies call in, supposedly. While they're taking questions. In the second one, there was this pause, hello, can you hear us? And I'm just thinking, is this all fake? Is this all staged? And they just kind of threw that in there to make it sound more realistic. I don't know. I am very skeptical. I've learned not to trust anybody in this whole thing pretty much. So I don't know. It could just be nothing, but still softball questions. And up to the lead up to the event, it's if you have a question, post it here, hashtag this, whatever. And it's they take so few questions from people. After the media people, so few questions from just regular folks. It's why even do that? It was 3, I don't know how many questions, could be 2 or 3 or something. That's what it felt like anyway. But yeah, Christina Gomez, she had some great stuff to say after it. What's this last one I posted down here? Let me just go to it real quick. Check these videos out, you guys. Stephen Burns. Now, this guy's interesting. When I subscribe to a channel, recommend a channel that talks about UAP or otherwise, doesn't mean I support everything they say. This guy is very into new agey type stuff. He doesn't believe, he thinks it's just a comet. Maybe weird, but it's still interesting to get his perspective on things as well, and other people's, even if you not necessarily think that they are correct. But yeah, he's into some strange stuff. But yeah, I thought that maybe this was kind of an interesting video. I don't think I watched the whole thing of that one. But yeah, so yeah, my initial thoughts was, it sounded like a cover-up, honestly. Now, we're still gonna get data from it. I mean, it's still moving closer and closer to Earth. Even amateur people are getting great imagery from this thing, even better than what this thing caught on camera. I think I saw a video yesterday whoever it was complaining about how he's had billions of dollars invested into this equipment, and yet amateur astronomers on Earth are taking better imagery and getting better data. Now, if there's something else to it, we're going to find out more information. So I thought, if there really is something of note to this thing that could be artificial, that NASA would just come clean, because we're going to find out anyway. but they didn't. They doubled down on, yeah. I think I made the joke like during the live stream, like take a shot every time they say comet. And smart people said the same thing later on. Now, I don't endorse drinking. I don't drink myself. You know, I'm against getting drunk as a Christian, obviously. So yeah, it's a joke, guys. Okay, it's a joke. Calm down. Anyway, let's see. What did I say here? Yep, I'm like, yep, downplaying and gaslighting. Also trying to say comment as much as possible. Avi's not having it. I'm curious to see more Avi videos. I think I watched that one. I think there was another one that I watched that was like really short with him giving his afterthoughts. But yeah, there wasn't really anything great. Oh yeah, this live stream here, that was from the Angry Astronaut, wasn't it? Yeah, hour and 46. So he's talking a lot before the actual event. The event itself was about an hour, I think, but he cut it off a little bit earlier. Because nothing.
I almost passed out
talking, but yeah. So that's my quick thoughts. I have to go, but guys, have you watched it? What are your thoughts in general about this? I mean, I just love how there's like always more and more anomalies are being discovered about this thing. I mean, it was just like a few weeks ago there was like 8, and then 9, and then 10, and then 11, now 12. You know, and it's fun because like you can. I was kind of joking about this on different posts in the past on my Facebook. Like, I would even consider it an anomaly that NASA is covering up the data from it. Like, they're not releasing it because that's pretty suspicious. And then you can even look at the anomalies in this video that NASA put out, this live event. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, I got to stop blabbering. Tell me what you think. What you think about even just not the NASA part of it, but just this object in general. I mean, maybe it's great that we're discussing it in light of all the other things going on. Tomorrow, the Age of Disclosure comes out. I can't wait. I don't know, like, when does it actually drop? Is it midnight tonight? I don't know, but I'm going to support it by renting it, watching it. I don't know when I'm going to watch it. If it's going to be, like, midnight tonight, maybe I just, like, stay up super late, or I do it tomorrow night. I don't know. But, all right, guys, God bless. Let me know what you think. See ya.